This is the Star News Brief. I'm Joely Regi. Deputy President Rigathi is plotting an extensive tour of Mount Kenya region in a strategy to neutralize growing rebellion against him. The majority of MPs from Gachagwa's backyard have denounced him and are instead backing Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki as the region's political supremo. A section of MCAs from Mount Kenya region have also joined the anti-Gachagua fray, putting the DP increasingly under siege. Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com. The High Court has overturned the sentence of a former Bungoma accountant jailed for 2 years for purchasing non-carcinogenic wheelbarrows at inflated prices. Jima Matsanza was sentenced for willful failure to comply with the law relating to management of public funds. He was also convicted on a second charge of breaching procurement rules by awarding a tender to Jagia Enterprise to supply 10 wheelbarrows at 109,000 shillings each for a slaughterhouse ran by the Bungoma government. In a candid reflection of Kenya's fiscal landscape, Kiharu MP and Budget Committee Chairman Ndindi Nyoro has sounded the alarm on the pressing challenge of revenue generation. The hiccup threatens to derail Kenya Kwanza's ambitious plan, but Nyoro remains optimistic that President William Ruto's administration is on course to fulfill its promises to the Kenyan people. Nyoro's concerns highlight a broader economic issue. Kenya's current GDP stands at 18 trillion shillings, yet the country only manages to collect 14% of this in revenue. The sisters of Yasin Moyo, who was felled by a police bullet in 2020, on Wednesday rendered tearful testimonies as they recounted her final moments before the deadly gunshot. Yasin, then aged 13, was killed on the evening of March 30th, 2020 by a bullet allegedly fired by a police officer who was enforcing a curfew. The trial hearings began at the Nairobi High Court, where the sisters Aisha Hussein and Hawa Hussein took to the dock to testify. A 21-year-old woman was Wednesday arrested over the fatal stabbing of her husband during a domestic fight in Matu Township, Machakos. Neighbors said they heard screams from the couple's house and on checking, found the woman crying and with stab injuries. She was holding the victim, 23-year-old Rodney Mwasia, while soaked in blood and crying. Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com.